And then on top of this pack, actually, is one of my favorite little packs. So this generally rides on the top of any pack that I'm running. This is the Eberly Stock fanny pack, and it's a top cover for any pack. So this, I'd have to unclip it and actually snake everything out, but I have this set up as my 10Cs pack. So inside it, I actually do have a small first aid kit. I've got my rain poncho that I can actually use for cover or concealment. Cover from the weather, not cover from bullets. This will not protect you from this. No, unfortunately.
You cheaped out.
Yeah. It's hard to find bulletproof rain ponchos. Yeah. But gives you really good shelter, cover from the elements, really good concealment. Cotton bandana or shamag, an assortment of plastic bags. And then I have in here for my container, I have a single-walled steel water bottle. So worst case scenario, I can carry water in this. And although I can't really filter it in the traditional sense before it goes in, I can use my cotton bandana to filter some. I can start a fire and actually sterilize. And then in this, if I can get it out.
Like that guy from the ATF.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to take down this Glock.
Yeah. I made this, but I can't use it.
I have a life straw, brand new in here. So if I ever need to fill this up with water in a hurry, don't really have time to filter it before putting it in here, don't really have time to boil it, I can still fill it up, have my life straw ready to go, and just drink right out of it. The reason why you do single walled, so that way you can actually cook and boil water in it.
Right.
Because otherwise, a double wall, you're just making a little bit of a pressure bomb.
Ooh. Well, that's fun too.
It is fun, but you're gonna have a bad time when you're thirsty and hungry. So that's just in the top pouch here. Underneath in the rest of the zippered compartments on this, we actually got Swiss Army knife, compass, and just a small Life Gear battery powered little light stick here in red. Always go with red.
Why?
If you're ever utilizing it in your shelter at night, it won't mess with your natural night vision that you've adjusted to seeing in the dark. Also, it shows less. So if you're trying to do something where you're trying to look in somewhere and you don't want a lot of light pollution and people being able to see you, red light does not disperse as far or as effectively as white light or any other color light for that matter.
Interesting.
And finally, in this pouch, I've got a small S-bit stove with some S-bit fuel, a lighter, and some matches. Got a Nebo rechargeable compact headlamp, white light and red light capable. Just little USB charger on it, keep it charged up. But it's nice because if you ever run any solar panels or anything like that, which I actually do have in the main pack, I can recharge this little guy here. Emergency blanket, Don't Die in the Woods brand.
Oh, I got some of those.
Because you really don't want to die in the woods.
Rather not.
But these are great. You can use them as a reflective device for signaling. You can utilize them as a reflector if you need to somehow do some sort of solar cooking with them. You can use it as a basic ground cloth or as an emergency blanket itself to wrap yourself to keep warm, especially if you were to have an issue where you may have fallen in a lake at the beginning of March and it's super cold and windy out. You can start yourself a fire, wrap yourself in that.
Smart.
And probably
not die?
Not die.
That'd be good.
Only probably though.
Only probably.
These are two of my own little creation. Featured them on my Instagram page not too long ago. So these are my two tiny pill bottle survival kits. This one's actually a full fire starting kit. Both of them have 100-mile-an-hour tape, actually Gorilla tape in this case around them. So I got the 2-inch Gorilla tape wrapped around this one, fairly substantially. Got quite a bit to patch
a
up
good
anything that I need to.
Nice.
But in this, everything's wrapped inside a plastic baggie that's been vacuum sealed. And there's actually a flint and magnesium bar striker here, a book of matches, a micro Bic lighter, and there's actually some soaked fire starting material in this as well. And that all stays right inside here. Nice and dry and waterproof. The other one doesn't need to so much be waterproof, but this fulfills the need of the sail needle or the canvas needle, as it is a 10C. But it's more than just that. This is actually a fully deconstructed sewing kit in this, including the canvas needle. You got your thimble, and in here you have all your different size canvas needles, regular needles, a ream of sewing needles and pins, some safety pins, buttons, snaps, everything that you need, including a tiny little thing of Gorilla Glue, just in case you were to have something, say your poncho or a tarp or something of that nature, that isn't a stitchable material, that does end up getting ripped. You can utilize that to patch it really quick. Right in the bottom of this, I also have a couple small swatches of cotton and of nylon, so that way you can utilize it as a patch. Furthermore, have 1.5 inch Gorilla Tape, 2 strips worth, wrapped entirely around this for any repairs that are necessary. And this is the pocket that just keeps on giving. One of the final things in here is just a length of paracord wrapped around a piece of cardboard just to keep it a little organized. The reason why I decided to wrap it around cardboard and remove it from the plastic winding it was around is the plastic itself is completely useless in the woods. Whereas this, in an adverse condition, combined with the little fuel tabs that you have in your cook kit, or the fire starters you have in your fire starting kit, you can use this as field expedient tinder on top of what you already have sourced. The last but not least thing that is in this, if I open this, this is where the actual belt for the fanny pack sits. But just in case you need to actually leave with just this top pack, I also have a Moraniv in here to have a very effective sheath knife, carbon steel of course, so that way you have a very, very effective striker for your flint and magnesium.
Nice.
Perfect little knives, nice and cheap. There's no reason that you can't afford to have
There's
one
like
in
10
every
bucks.
vehicle. Yeah, they're like 10 bucks. Sometimes you can get them on sale, especially on Prime Day and stuff like that,
Yeah.
where it's like $7 a piece, or you can get, I think I got this in a pack of 3 for $12. There's no reason to not have one of these in every pack possible.
Do some dancing.
Huh?
Do some dancing.
I have one of the full pack rain covers in here. Nice camo pattern. The only gripe that I have about Eberly Stock's
Oh, the
camo
logo.
rain covers is
frickin'
this
logo.
logo, which
It's reflective,
it's
isn't
super reflective. So it's like, I got this nice camo that you can't ever see it unless you're looking for me with a flashlight, in which case people miles away will see it.
it? Yes, yeah. I bet
Only-
that's probably IR reflective too,
Oh, 100%.
like crazy.
No doubt. As of right now, the interior of the pack, I can use my poncho to build a hide, but for a more dedicated hide, I actually have the Slumberjack Satellite Backcountry Shelter Tarp in Cryptic Highland Camo. Phenomenal gear, Slumberjack products.
Phenomenal.
As I was
The
saying,
best.
for solar options, I love Gold Zero products. This is the Gold Zero Nomad 7. They have since actually upgraded this to a slightly more efficient model. This is older. However, I love how thin it gets. And the fact that it has a pocket on the back to hold all its own cables, which I also have in here. There's a Gold Zero Guide 10 battery pack. This has 4 Gold Zero AA batteries. You can also run 4 AAA batteries in this that are rechargeable, but it turns this whole pack into a nice solar rechargeable charge pack that you can use for cell phones.
Nice.
Or
like a little power bank.
Yeah, literally have it as a power bank, or
And it's double A's in there.
yeah, just
That's pretty.
4 rechargeable AA's. The cool thing is that if these were to completely die and you don't have sun, if you have access to other AA batteries, you can just pop regular AA's in this, and it just becomes a power bank powered by the AA's. Of course, got the Vortex Razor spotting scope in here. I'm not taking this out.
For your sniper, no sniping.
Sniper, no sniping. Sniper, no sniping. Oh man. Other thing in here, you can see this is the internal frame to the pack. It's actually something, this pack is made to be a complete soft pack. This internal frame is literally just a aluminum tubing that goes the exterior of the pack, just to give it some added rigidity, keep it better balanced. Also in here, I do not have comms with me today. However, I do have a spare fixed antenna. Nice whippy boy.
Whippy boy.
And not shown in one of these Batwing pouches, I actually have an arbor line with a weighted bag, because I have a emergency extended antenna made to lift up into the trees for a handheld radio, just in case you really need to make that emergency contact.
You really got to call mom.
Yeah, gotta let her know to get that meatloaf going. That's sad that I knew exactly where you were going with that. On this side, on the webbing, I actually have this Camelback insulated pouch. And the thing that is interesting about this is I actually don't use it for water. So I have a Mavic Mini 2 Pro, and the drone, the spare batteries with the charger, and the controller will all fit right into this padded pouch that extends down into here.
Yeah, that's nice.
Doesn't take up that much room, literally packs about the size of a Nalgene. You have the ability to snake your tubes out through either side, and there's also a middle snake point.
Snakes.
Final product that I have in here is my Helicon Tech Bushcraft line Swagman Advanced Roll Poncho Liner. Keep this with me in this pack because you never know when you're going to need a whoopee or a poncho liner. And the thing that's beautiful about this one is, unlike the old GI whoopies, this one's made to be worn. You wrap the front around the back, and you wrap the back around the front.
You look cozy now.
Now you have wearable insulating layer with a really good sized chest pocket here. And this is made to literally go right under any US GI poncho. And the beautiful part about the way that it straps up is, unlike typical poncho liners, it doesn't have to be toggled into it. You can wear this separately if it's just cold weather, yet it's breathable, so that way you're not sweating profusely underneath your poncho without the ability for any...
That's so fun.
Yeah, it is fun to get wet sometimes. The coup de grace of this is the fact that, in combination with your GI poncho, your poncho can be utilized to make a shelter, or you can utilize it to make a bivy bag. This actually zips around the entire perimeter to give you a nice jungle weight sleeping bag to go inside your poncho.
I didn't know it did that. Fancy.
Wonderful product.
Nice. So, it's a cool background with the lake right now.
Especially with how windy it is.
Yeah.
A goose.
A goose?
Oh,
A
two.
geeses?
Geeses.